No. I've got to fix that bracket. It's so bloody ugly. Just a bit of an update, guys. Obviously I couldn't live with that bracket. It was too damn ugly. I had to redesign it. So I've designed up a new bracket. It's much simpler. I just overthought the process initially, and when you overthink things, sometimes things can go bad. So that's what happened. I thought I needed to angle the water pump in a certain way and put it in a certain spot so it would clear. I just overthought it and tried to make the bracket stronger than it needed to be. So I've simplified things now. The bracket's nice and simple. It's just like one bit of bar that's cut and curved in the way that I need. Everything clears, which I'll show you in a minute, and it works wonderfully, and it's nice and neat, so compared to the other one. So let's have a look. Okay, so here it is off the engine itself. So as you can see, it's nice and simple. I used that piece again, just made it a little bit smaller so it hugs the diameter of the water pump a bit more. And just, you know, I have to angle that a little bit just because that part of the block sits out a little further. Just like that. But it's neat, simple, it's strong. Does the job. Can't believe I ever thought that the first time. It was just ridiculous. Anyway, let's put these grommets. Alright, so I bought two different types to try out. These little tiny ones here. And these ones here. So one's a little bit fatter and wider. The center hole is still the same. I think I'll go with the small ones. Should do the trick. Okay, so I've put the grommets on, so you can see the little grommet there. And what I've done, I've just put a washer between the water pump and that grommet, just so I can spread the load properly across the grommet, because this little section here was just sort of digging into the grommet itself. So that washer is helping not distort the grommet so much. But I think I'm going to have to get some longer bolts, because I had the bolts on their limits. So I'll just get them 5mm longer, especially this one here, because of that bracket makes it extra thick. That was the hardest to get on, so I'll just get some longer bolts and then put them back on. That'll finish it off. Well, let's mount it up. Okay, and here's everything all put back together again. Lovely now. Okay, so that's another piece done. All finished up now. I'm really happy that I had a second go at it and got it nice and neat. Sometimes you can overthink things and try too hard, and then once you've done that first stuff up and see it, then only then can you come up with a second solution. Davies Craig recommend that the hoses just be used only to mount the water pump. So just by mounting the water pump only to the hoses, that's sufficient enough, so it stops vibrations. I find that it moves way too much still. The bottom hose that I've got has no spring in it, so it's got no sort of strength, and the hoses are quite long that I had to use. So I did mount it, I've rubber mounted it now at least, so the grommets give it some sort of cushioning and sort of suspension in a way. Davis Craig do sell a rubber mount, so it encapsulates the water pump and you can solid mount that, so it gives a little bit of give but still solid mounted. So they are solid mountable, but you have to, you know, allow for some sort of vibration reduction so that you don't damage the actual water pump. I had to use the adapter in this situation. I couldn't put the water pump any lower to clear the oil filter, and what happens is it sits lower than the front apron. That's my limit. The front apron and that sort of line that it creates in a way is my limit to things hanging down. So I've had to go with the adapter and the oil filter relocator to make the whole thing work. But I'm really happy with it now. Now I can move on to the alternator bracket. Thanks for watching, guys. See you on the next one.